was your assessment of what you got out of your group tonight?
I liked our game tonight. There was a lot of good from a lot of players, so there's not a lot that I could be overly critical of tonight. I thought it was a pretty solid 60 minutes.
That didn't get rewarded in that first period, but did you feel that was the start of what led into the start of the second?
Well, it was a good first period. I mean, it was something for us to build off of. And as I said this morning, I don't think the starts have been like just awful for us over the last little bit. I know there's always things that get made out of that. There's always one moment that kind of shifts momentum at times, and I thought tonight we did a good job of not losing that, and we kept it on our side throughout the first period.
Is this as good a five-man style game that your team has played all year?
It would be up there. I mean, there was a lot, as I said, there was a lot of good. Even when we didn't have the puck, I thought we weren't cheating the game at all. We weren't looking to hope a puck was going to bounce our direction and maybe get an offensive opportunity. I thought there was commitment to play the game the right way tonight from everybody.
Not just the two players, but you talk about moving your feet a lot. It felt like both Kuzmenko and Zary were really doing a lot of that.
Connor was very fast early on. Like, that's maybe the quickest I've seen him look at the NHL level. And Kuzi was the same. Kuzi ended up making a nice pass on Hubie's goal, but I thought both guys had impact tonight. And at the end of the day, eventually they're going to fall for Connor. He's had a lot of those chances where he's been in tight and he hasn't been able to finish. But if he's getting those opportunities, he's going to eventually score. But I guess my main thing for those two guys is they are capable of doing it all the time. And tonight was a great example of the type of player they can be for us, for sure.
After we spoke to you this morning, we did find out that Anthony Mantha is out for the season. I imagine that's just, you just feel for the player.
Yeah, it's awful. Even when you saw the hit in Montreal, you're like, okay, maybe he might miss a little bit of time. And when we got the news, it was fairly significant. You do feel gutted for the player because it's not an easy thing to come back from. But with Mo, I think he's going to do things the right way. He'll get it done, and he'll get working on his rehab right away and put himself in a position to be able to come back.
Ryan, if I can just circle back on Zary, when he beats a guy, and when anyone beats a guy kind of clean one-on-one the way he did early, do you notice, does it change maybe the space they get or the way they're defended for the rest of the night?
I think with certain players around the NHL, I think there's a tendency for defensemen, if they get beat one time by a certain guy, we see number 97 do it a fair bit, where a D-man will stay tight to start with on him, and then they back off because they're worried about getting embarrassed. With Connor, I think he's starting to get a bit of a reputation that he can make those plays at speed, but I don't know if that's the reason why yet.
Yeah. Just speak to the poise of your goalie after giving up, a long video review and then losing the shutout, and then suddenly you're under siege.
Yeah, I thought he was awesome tonight. Like, I was hoping that one he could have maybe found a way to keep out because he deserved not to let anything get by him the way he was playing tonight. But really good effort from him, and I thought he was a guy that gave our team a lot of confidence in front of him tonight.